Guys, we are going solo today. Got Instagram over here, Facebook over here. Not even sure where I'm supposed to look. We had an awesome young lady set up to come on the show, but last minute, yesterday, late last night, she had to cancel due to some family issues. Hopefully everything's all right. So we're going to go real raw and live from the Roar Cave. As you can see behind me, got my boy Harley watching my back as always. My boy Tua, he's actually laying right there. Little Kid Rock to my other shoulder. So I'm surrounded by a lot of love in here, man. This and ironically enough, as you guys, some of you guys might know, I get a lot of inspiration consistently from Charles Mask Lewis, the founder of Tap Out, and their whole story and where they started and what they were able to accomplish, especially him, because he was the heartbeat of the company, and he got him. He was Tap Out, no doubt about it. So I was actually up in San Bernardino today for business, and I said a while back, I said when I get back up to San Bernardino, I'm going to stop up at his cemetery, because I Googled where he was buried, and he's up. He was born and raised in San Bernardino, so he's buried up in a cemetery up in San Bernardino. So I went up there and did some stories on it. For me, it was really surreal and very, very cool, and I'll be back up there for sure on a consistent basis, man. I don't know, there's people in your life, and I've never even met them. That's what's interesting. And that's definitely one person at the top that I wish I had the opportunity to not only meet, but connect with, because it would have taken about 2 seconds for us to connect on so many levels, just from the YouTube interviews and things and people that I've talked to that have known him. And ironically enough, I actually have a mutual friend that grew up with him and his brother, mainly his brother. And yeah, so anyway, would love to get Dan Caldwell, punk ass Dan Caldwell, on the show one of these days. I reached out multiple times, video and everything else, on Instagram. Never got a response. So if anybody knows him, anybody's got a contact, reach out. Dan Caldwell, punk ass, one of the co-founders of Tap Out. What I want to talk about, the hardest thing for me to conquer and accomplish on a daily basis, probably since I was born, not just in business, but probably since I was born, because I have that entrepreneurial DNA, and that's that ugly word that's the you can't get away from, patience. Man, when you're going after something that scares you and excites you at the same time, patience is inevitable. You have to have it in order to keep moving forward. And I was reading the quote on the back of his tombstone today, and at the end it said, when you have that tenacity and patience, that's when you're going to win. When you can get that combination on a consistent basis, that's when you're going to win. And that is the hardest thing for me personally. And I also think it's, at the end of the day, it's the hardest thing for a lot of entrepreneurs, because in our DNA, when you're a true entrepreneur, our DNA is we want everything yesterday. We want. I remember when I was talking to Kelly Fitzgerald, who's my publisher for my book last year. I said, Kelly, she goes, oh, I'd love to do a book with you and this and that. And I said, but here's the thing. It's got to get done in a month. And it was quiet on the other end of the phone. She said, a month? Can't. What do you mean, get a whole book done in a month? I said, I'm a momentum guy. I said, once we start, I got to run with this, or else it's not going to work for me. And I even said to her, I go, if it doesn't fit into your schedule right now for us to just run with this, all out and get this thing done in a month, I understand, and we'll reschedule. She's like, no, I can do it. I can clear my schedule and everything else. So in a month and a half, the book was out on Amazon, done, complete, and the first order was being shipped to me in a month and a half. Book, cover, everything done. Book out in Barnes & Noble online, Amazon, and an actual physical book in hand. And we had the first book I grabbed in my hand ever was episode 100, believe it or not, with the Bedfords. So it was pretty cool how it all worked out. But yeah, I'm a momentum guy, and I need to. Once I start, I gotta run with it, and if not, it just doesn't work for me. But you know, I was taught a long time ago. I don't even know if I was going to say I was taught, but one of my mentors shared this with me a long time ago, and it stuck with me, is the law of gestation. And the law of gestation states that there's a gestation period for everything. We just might not know what it is at that moment, especially when you go after something that scares you and excites you at the same time, right? There's a law of gestation that things are working behind the scenes that you might not be aware of, as long as you keep moving forward. That's why I believe that massive effective action becomes magical. The people and the circumstances come into your life to start to make that happen. As soon as you stop taking that massive effective action, they stop appearing, right? And that's all part of what I believe the universe moving and manipulating to make it, whatever it is you want, happen, as long as you keep moving forward. The other thing that was, I loved about today when I went up to the cemetery is, his key phrase that he's known for is simply believe. And when you have that deep belief, that helps with the patience part, but it really, really helps with that massive effective action part, that magical part. So now the people and the circumstances can start to make it happen and start to make it unfold. I see you guys jumping on both Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much. Susie Q, what's up, girl? Loving Summers on. Thank you so much. We got Temecula Puppies in the house. Jamie Fitch, thank you so much. That's Instagram. And then we got Terry Williamson. What's up, T? It's been a minute since we've had you on. Patrick Powers, what's up, big man? Had an awesome weekend with you, brother. Patrick just started the 90-day challenge, 60 years young. He's a active fireman, and he's going to actually start to now turn that clock back internally. And as Patrick knows, I'm a big believer in, you don't want to look and feel your age. That's not the goal. The goal is to look and feel 10 to 15 years younger. Right back at you, Terry, sending love. Right back at you, girl. Glad you took the time to jump on. I'm glad we reconnected. But Jennifer Sinclair, I saw her jump on. But yeah, I mean, if anybody has any feedback or comments or questions on patience, jump in there. Actually, patience or belief or action, because they all go together. You have to, and that's why again, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. The ultimate trifecta in life, no matter what you did in life, no matter what you accomplished, no matter what you failed at, you did these 3 steps in this order. Thoughts, feelings, action, create results. You thought of an idea. It made a certain feeling. You created a certain action, and you got a certain result every single time. I promise you, no matter what, there is no in between. Every single time. And it's interesting that in his quote on the back of his tombstone, that it said at the very end, it said, tenacity and patience are the key to getting whatever it is you want. And I'm so aware of that, just like you guys are. But to do it on a consistent basis, it goes back to life being simple, not always easy. And by far, the patience part for me is it is my Achilles heel, and it will be that until the day I become dust. It's just who I am. It's in my nature. I was that kid for, I don't know, 12, 13, 14 years or whatever it was that I went out Halloween night and come back with a whole bag full of candy. We used to use old what are they? Just drew a blank here. Pillowcases. My mom would give me an old pillowcase. I go out and I fill that bag with candy. Go back out, fill that bag, and I'd sit there and just eat as much as I could that very first night. Even though I knew it wasn't going to get taken away from me, but it's just that's just who I am, and it's in my nature. And most entrepreneurs that you meet, patience is really tough, but it's so vitally important to handle that and conquer that, because if not, you can get frustrated, you can get overwhelmed, you can get scared, and then you can go back into safety, and then all that you've done, all that you've done, now you're either going to start back step one or you're just going to give up. Susie, she's okay. So she's got some comments up here. She loves Roar. Now she's been on Roar, believe it or not. Now I haven't openly marketed to women because it's a big task really to educate women on why it's so important for them to look into a natural testosterone booster. Really, to be honest with you, but I'm going to throw all that weight on Susie's shoulders. She's a affiliate for us. She's a partner with us, and her background, she's been an elite athlete and an elite bodybuilder and a nutritionist, a certified nutritionist and sports therapist, and you name it. She's ran out of room on her walls with all those certifications, but she knows how important it is. And some of the things that we're getting feedback on. Her joints are feeling good, crazy good, she said. She's feeling happy. Her energy, I think her energy and clarity, that's what we've been hearing lately. So I got a guy, Phil, I posted today. He just jumped on Friday on Roar, 52 years young, life coach in Carlsbad, and he texted me yesterday out of the blue and said, dude, I'm feeling really, really good. So I texted him back. I gave him some fist pumps and said, awesome. And this morning I got done in the gym. I'm like, you know what? I need to find out really how is he feeling better. So I texted him and he said, I feel more energy and I feel like the energy is lasting. So again, we're starting to up those, this is our tagline, right? Roar. When you raise your testosterone, everyone smiles. So at the end of the day, I'm looking forward to some of the, it gets me so pumped to hear this feedback. And we're actually going to be, our next batch of Roar, we're going to be really up in the ante. And it's going to be powerful stuff. Even more powerful. Susie's getting stronger. Now, understand something. She's putting the time in. Understand that what's working for her at this level is because it's her lifestyle, right? She's working out consistently, working out hard consistently, eating right. Her lifestyle is conducive for the high-end results. I just was in this sports nutrition store today. He's carrying our stuff, and we were talking about this, and I said, he's like, well, what separates you guys from everyone else? And I go, look, our product stands on its own. We don't have any proprietary blends. You know exactly what's in there. But what separates us and what separated my sports nutrition store when I owned it is our approach. See, if I'm not authentic and transparent, I don't want anything to do with it. right? So I used to tell people all the time, and you'll hear me say this over and over and over now that I'm back in this world, is, I thought I had a bottle with me. Listen, they're called supplements for a reason. See, they're not the end all. They supplement your lifestyle. So the cleaner, the better, the more consistent your lifestyle is, the better your supplements are going to work. That's just fact. That's the real. And if anybody tells you any different, if anybody tells you have the end all, the special potion in this container, run. Don't look back. It's bullshit. Now, that being said, when you have somebody that is doing what they're supposed to do, now you got that recipe for success. And like Susie said, it fills in the gaps. I always explain it this way. It completes the circle, right? So now your workouts, your nutrition, your lifestyle, your sleeping, your supplements are all conducive for your goal, whatever that is, right? So that's why you'll never hear me say, this is the end all. If you take this, everything's going to be great. Not even close. You got to put the time in. And listen, the people that don't put the time in, but still are feeling something, it's simply because they've been so depleted, right? They've been running on fumes for so long. And most people are running on fumes. They just don't even realize it. That they're so used to feeling beat up and tired and run down and foggy that they just accept that in life, and it really doesn't have to be. So Susie got me off into a rant I didn't even know I was going to talk about. But as you guys can see, I'm back in this world. When it comes to sports nutrition, this is my oxygen, man. Just like Monster Motivator TV and just like personal development, man. Because look, personal development, mindset, the inner workings are hand in hand with your physical goals. See, everything is an inside job. The reason the first product I rolled out was a testosterone booster, a hormone balancer, is because I understand that when we age, it's an inside job, just like the mindset. You have to start to turn the clock back internally, right? Susie's saying recovery is better, adrenal fatigue is better, adrenal produce testosterone when they are healthy. It just, everything works when you start to turn the clock back. And that's why when we were, especially guys, our testosterone was at its peak. A healthy male, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25 years old, a typical healthy male, it was just like, it was almost like it didn't matter how bad of a lifestyle we had so much going on in us that it counteracted it. Because trust me, I worked out. I've always been an athlete. I've been in the gym my whole adult life. And even before that, I started wrestling in 4th grade. But listen, I was out clubbing. I was out chasing girls. I was out drinking. I was out partying. I was out doing all kinds of things that I wasn't supposed to do. But I was at the gym. And my recovery was just like never a problem. Never a problem. And that's most men that I'm talking to. Actually, most women too. When we're that young, everything is just like a machine. But as we age, it starts to get away from us. And then on top of it, that unhealthy lifestyle, it just becomes a 10x of disaster, really, to be honest with you. So Susie's primary test production for women come from the adrenals, and most women are fried. Most men are fried. Most people are fried between the processed foods, the energy drinks, the caffeine, the light, our on-the-go lifestyle, the stress. Listen, life, right, is we're cranking at a huge rate on a daily basis. So yeah, all that combined creates a recipe for disaster unless you're going to do something about it. But yeah, so And do yourself a favor, reach out to Susie Q. She has a lot of great information on this, and she's in her world as well, and that's why we connected from the second we met. This is our world. So when you tie this in with mindset, and now giving me the ability to go out and interview people and take you behind that black curtain, doesn't get any better than that for me. That's bliss for me. So again, I know we started this out. Patrick, love your passion. Davis, honest and true, man. Thank you so much, big man. And like I always say, that's the greatest compliment I can get. Whether you like me, whether you don't like me, whether you want to see me again, whether you never want to see me again, as long as you leave saying he was real. That's all I care about. That's the only thing that matters to me. So, yeah, we're going to keep it real as always, man. Yeah, we are kindred spirits for sure. Not only kindred spirits, as you know, Patrick, we were in the same circles for a long time and didn't even know each other. So, yeah, Susie, you want to reach out to her. She's a fountain of information, and she'll talk about this like me for hours on end because this is our world. And not only that, we've experienced how good it feels, and we've seen what it can do and how it can transform people. So again, for us, it doesn't get any better than that. So when she found out that I was rolling out Nutrition, she was pumped, and I was so glad to have her come on board and partner. Gloria, gee, what's up, girl? Thanks for jumping on. Patrick's first day, I believe, is today on the 90-day challenge. Susie's going to get us some pics, keep us updated, and Patrick's going to keep me updated on how he's feeling, and then we're going to post his responses. And the reason me and Patrick connected so quickly is what you see is what you get with Patrick, and that's why we connected. That's why that's the type of people I connect with. Anybody else, don't waste your time, don't waste my time, just keep moving. So if you can't keep it real, keep moving. That's all I got to say. Good. Patrick started this morning. I'm pumped. I can't wait till he starts feeling this. And I was actually really pleasantly surprised that Phil felt it so quick. I love it. I love it. Big Joe West, he posted a video today, his 15 days in, how he's feeling, what his experiences are. And again, these people are just real, raw, and honest. And that's why I wanted to bring them on for this 90-day challenge. You're going to get it real. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, and they know, look, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing on their end, they're going to hear it from me as well. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So, again, we keep it real, raw, and live here. Challenge. Ricky Lee Bryant gave me, I'm not sure what that means. I can't see a workout. Oh, gave her a workout. But that being said, I'd love to hear from Ricky. Let's get some updates on Ricky. Haven't heard from him in a minute. So I would love to hear some of his experience and feedback. So Susie, if you could make that happen for everyone, that'd be awesome. So guys, any questions, any comments on patience, on nutritional supplements, on turning the clock back inside, let me know. I know, but I want to get, see if we can get some real feedback from him and why he likes it so much. What are some of the things that he's feeling? Is it energy? Is it alertness? Is it clarity? I'd love to have it in his words if we can. He bumped his running to 15 miles. Awesome. So can you get him on some video this week and maybe give us some feedback in a text or something, and I can share it because I'm dying to hear his feedback because, again, another high-end athlete that knows this guy literally walks the walk. He looks and feels 10 to 15 years younger. So this product is only going to make it better. See, he lives that lifestyle. He walks the walk, so it's only going to make him better. Awesome. She's going to see him Wednesday. Before the end of the week, we're going to have an awesome, real, raw feedback from Ricky Lee Bryant. Awesome. I love that. Way to go, Susie. So, and guys, I want to put it out there as well. We're finally set up for affiliates. If it's something you'd be interested in or you want to learn more about, reach out to me, reach out to Susie, and we have affiliate programs where you'll get 30% with a code. So you get your own code, you promote the product, you promote the company in a real, raw, ethical way, and anybody that purchases the product through your code, they get a percentage off, and then you get a commission. So if you're interested, anybody's interested in that, reach out. We'd love to talk to you. Ricky Savage is getting ready for Marines Marathon in December in DC in October. Awesome. Well, we haven't been in contact in a little bit. Speed Metal, what up, my man? What's up, brother? Thank you so much for jumping on, man. We're talking about patience and how important that is to have in business, and how hard that is for me on a consistent basis. It's brutal. The struggle's real when it comes to patience. But yeah, I mean, so any feedback, anything you want to throw in there, man, absolutely jump in. And we're getting some really good, we're getting some good following now on Instagram, and I'm really pumped about that because I love that platform. And I think it's perfect for getting the message out there for sports nutrition products and for what we're doing, and also obviously for the live stream. Get with me and Ricky, and I will help you with nutrition and training along with Roar. There you go. Awesome. So, Patrick, glad to be a part of this, man. I'm so glad to have you because you are the perfect. You're the perfect person for this because of your lifestyle, your age. It's just a perfect storm, man. And I am so looking forward to seeing, and especially in the next few weeks, and then leapfrog to that 90 days, where you started, where you're at today, and where you see yourself going. Because the goal, as you know, dude, is lifestyle. We don't use that 4-letter word diet. We don't use that. We use key words, right? Training and lifestyle. Training and lifestyle. And Big Patrick's a fire captain, so and he's a rugby player. Loves rugby. So we're gonna recruit some of his boys as well. We're gonna turn that clock back for all those guys in the fire department and in the rugby world. Because we all need that. We need to turn that clock back internally to stop this crazy process that doesn't have to happen. Scott Alexander, thank you so much for jumping on. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for taking the time. Longevity, lifestyle. And here's the other thing. Really, honestly, anti-aging. I mean, when you start to work and turn around your hormones, it's anti-aging. See, men go through the change just like women, but at a much longer, slower rate. That's why 35, 38, 40 years old, things just start to slow down. Here's the other thing that's very, very important to understand is, and my tagline, when you raise your testosterone, everyone smiles. But understand that libido is one of the last side effects, negative side effects that you see in a man when you have low T. Everything else starts to diminish before your libido for most men. So you get tired quicker. It takes much longer to recover. You hold belly fat easier. You aches and pains. You feel you just feel beat up, right? You feel you feel weathered. I don't know another way to put it. Susie said her MD said she's 12 to 15 years younger internally than her age, and that's the goal, and that's why she's so passionate about this, because she knows that should be the goal for everybody. It's not It's not looking and feeling your age. It's looking and feeling 10 to 15 years younger, and it absolutely can be accomplished. Yeah, I'm excited too, Susie. This is going to be awesome. I'm really pumped, and it's going to be a fun journey. So, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Yeah, tired and run down is a great way to put it. Yeah, it is, man. You're here. It's like this, Patrick. It's like you're in a canoe, right? You're in a kayak, and you're going upstream. How much harder is it when you got to paddle upstream consistently versus turning that kayak around and letting the current take you? You can actually keep the paddle inside until you have to actually steer, if you think about it. So again, if you could turn that kayak around and start to go downstream by turning your hormones around, by cheating father time, right? By getting some of that time back internally. That's it. That's what it's all about. Gee, Gloria, thank you so much for jumping on, girl. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get some bling apparel for sure. Yeah, I'm really excited about when we get to that level and really cut out a serious budget for apparel. I'm really pumped for that as well. But so guys, yeah. So if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to reach out. DaveDaleyMM.com, MonsterMotivatorTV.com. Reach out to Susie Q. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. And she's getting her Instagram even more and more dialed in. And I love it because that's going to make a huge difference in her brand. And this is somebody you want to reach out to and connect with. And Patrick, her husband's going to keep us in the loop. And here's what I like about Patrick, like I said, is what you see is what you get. And the other night when we had dinner, he just shook my hand, looked me in the eye, and said, "I'm ready to do this." So I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. We're going to turn that clock back, big man. It's like always chasing neutral so you can start going for. That's it, man. You're just going to turn that around and go downstream. And that's the way I love that visual for me, because paddling upstream is a bitch. And it gets tiring, and it gets frustrating, it gets overwhelming. And so many people take that paddle and they just stop paddling, right? Because they don't realize that they can just turn it and go downstream. And that's at the end of the day, if I can help anybody do that, I won. So, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Again, before we jump off real quick, is there any comments, any questions, anything that you guys want to add? Let me know. But I got my, can you see this? Motivation in a mug. Huh? It's not too far away. Motivation in a mug. And but it was an awesome day for me, man. I went up and saw Charles Mask Lewis tombstone up at the cemetery, so I'm a happy dude. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And as always, we're going to take this out Monster Motivator style, because life makes the rules. You don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. Life says you can only be in one state of mind at a time. So if you're in that victim state, there's no room for gratitude. Do you agree? And if you could be one of two things, life has a question for you. If you could be in that unstoppable state the majority of your day, how would that feel? It would feel awesome, obviously. And if you had a choice to purr like a kitten for the rest of your life or roar like a lion for the rest of your life, what would you do? For me, there's no second place. It's roar like a lion and become a pit bull in life. And we're going to take this out Monster Motivator style, baby, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you jumping on. And feel free to share this if you got any value out of it. Love to keep getting that word out there. If you know anybody that's got a badass story, a rocky story, have them jump on Monster Motivator TV, book their schedule, book their day. I'll come out, take them behind that black curtain, share where they're at, where they're at, where they were, where they're at today, where they see themselves going, and I'm going to pull out those golden nuggets as always. Monster Motivator style, baby.